Hello, everyone. Welcome to another interesting episode of Magic Thoughts. And I've got mine, Lovey. Guys, I can't introduce this woman anymore. She needs to introduce herself. I can't.
I'll introduce myself.
Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you for having me once again. So I am Miss.
Okay, let me correct this.
Yes.
I'm not having you.
Actually, we have our own. Yes.
Thank you.
What's like it's slow, guys?
No, but you don't involve me on your slowness. So please. Yes.
I am Miss Jazmine. I'm your intimacy coach and a sex expert, and that is what we're going to talk about today. All things orgasmic, all things pleasurable, all things desirable.
This is well again. Guys, you know, I'm always excited to share the moment with you, because one thing I know about us, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna laugh while we are educating our viewers, because that's the most important part of Magic and Thoughts.
Yeah.
So nizilege, Miss Jazmine, Chef Phathanani. Today we are talking about
Almost everything, as usual.
but there's this one that I paid, and I like, Miss Jess, can we talk about self-pleasure?
It will be my pleasure to talk about self-pleasure.
I want to,
know, right?
and then the one that I love most, the aging of our penis,
The aging, yes.
and then in our vagina. How about the S? Does it age? But other than that, please give us an overview. No.
We need to cheers to this conversation.
I wanted to know. So talk to our viewers. Yes.
So let's talk about self-pleasure first. So self-pleasure, I always say, give it a name that is comfortable to you.
Okay.
Other people are not comfortable with saying masturbating.
I love masturbating.
Others are comfortable
That's my
with,
specialty.
yeah, others, because remember, there's some negative attachments to the word masturbating.
Okay.
You know, growing up, don't touch yourself there, don't give yourself pleasure, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Because of culture and religion and things like that. So I always say, it doesn't matter what you call it, but just call it something that you're more comfortable with. Others will call it self-pleasure. I always say you're making love to yourself.
Oh.
All right?
Okay.
And I always challenge my clients and say, isn't it amazing how you expect somebody else to give you pleasure
Okay.
and figure out your pleasure, but yet again, you cannot give yourself pleasure. All right? Because it starts with you. Once you understand your body and you go on a journey of giving yourself pleasure, when I interact with you as my partner, it's easier for me to navigate you, to GPS you to where you need to go, how you need to touch me.
So Miss Jazz and our viewers that are watching, it starts with you. You need to know your body. I love it because you know what? I love masturbating.
Oh, you do?
No, I do.
You do?
And I do it
How often?
in a week. I do it 3 times.
3 times. That's healthy.
No, I do it 3
That's very
times.
healthy.
And you know why? It's helped me as well to be able to understand my junior and myself, because as you say, it's all about understanding yourself. When I'm doing it, of course, I'm dramatic. We all know that.
You would take your romantic. Do you set up the whole space? Do you do candles and
Sometimes once,
lights?
that's when I do it once.
Okay.
But most of the time when I'm just doing it, I will be like touching myself and you gave me that lubricant.
Yes.
It's right. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you explaining. Carry on, yes.
It is much more pleasurable when it's wet, you know?
Okay,
Trust
okay,
me, is it like if you're going to use your dry, cold hands,
Yeah.
and then compared to when you're using a lubricant and your hands are warm,
Okay.
it's much more pleasurable for a lot of people.
Okay.
But I'm not surprised that you actually get to do it, because you're a very busy somebody. You're juggling a lot of stuff. So one of the benefits of self-pleasure
I was
or
going there.
masturbating, I preempted you.
No, I was going there. Okay, now, the good and the bad.
Yeah, okay, let's start with the good.
Yes.
So the good is, it feels good, doesn't it?
It is.
It feels good. It's empowering. It relieves stress.
And it's also safe.
And it's safe. It relieves stress, anxiety. It's it's good for mental stimulation. It's good for, as a man, you know, you get to exercise that muscle because it's a muscle.
It does, because after, especially when I just come,
Yes.
it relaxes
You go, and then you sit there and you just pull yourself together, or you say a little prayer, depending on what person's ritual
I sing the Mariah Carey song. There's a hero.
Are you the hero?
I'm a hero.
You're a hero of your own story. Love it. It feels good. You understand your body better. You know what you're looking for. I mean, after a long, stressful day, you're taking a long bath and just sitting in a pebble bath and you're just touching yourself and you just might lead yourself there. So, and I always tell people that, I know people get excited about toys, but I always say, if you have not embarked on a journey of touching yourself and giving yourself pleasure, don't really even bother yourself with toys.
With toys. So
Start
it's need to
being
start
comfortable
with you. Yeah.
with touching yourself. Start being comfortable with receiving pleasure from yourself, by yourself. Don't be so reliant on that. And there's this, like I said, there's so much negativity that is attached to masturbating, because sometimes some people when they masturbate because they are aroused from media, pornographic media. But a proper healthy way of actually masturbating is when you become so present in your body that you don't even think about the next person. You don't think about Vin Diesel, you don't think about Vusi, you just get into that space and you say, body, I am ready to receive what pleasure I can receive from you.
You know what happened? I used to date before.
Obviously.
And
with your gorgeous self.
And I never like self-pleasure, like touching myself, masturbating, and all those kind of things, because that's something that we always run away from.
Why we running?
Because it's like, this is about to shine guabu.
Okay.
So those ways.
I get you.
So yes,
yeah.
But I think growth as well, it comes with benefits.
Yes.
Because it's working for me, and I think even if I meet a partner, my partner needs to know we'll have moments where we just need to masturbate, because it's also helped to connect with myself.
With yourself. Or sometimes you may find that your timing's a little different. Maybe you are a morning person, your partner is not a morning person. Okay. Or you're a morning person, by the time now you wake up and your body's relaxed and you feel like, you know what, I really can do with an orgasm. I always say other people go for coffee, other people they go for orgasm. Yeah. I do an orgasm in the morning. Yeah. Other people they'll do coffee. You choose your pleasure,
what works for
basically.
You. Yes.
So I always say that it is beneficial where if your partner is not there and you actually feel like, you know what, I actually could do with a nice orgasm right now. And it teaches you not to chase the same kind of orgasm all the time. Yeah. Because it's always different. Yeah. It's always different. So if you're chasing the orgasm you had 3 days ago, you kind of miss out on
I think it's also Miss Jazz, nangulosis, as you always say on social media. Nangulosis,
that can be a serious hashtag.
I understand nangulosis. I think we need to
hashtag it.
Yeah. So I think that's it's sometimes it's like eating the same food now and then.
Exactly.
It's become boring. Yes, you can eat the same food, but how it's prepared. That's how I always say when I'm cooking in the kitchen. No, I can cook chicken now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But how am I preparing this chicken? The spicing of this chicken. So I think even
I saw the chef in you come out. I saw the chef in you pop out and say, oh, it can be chicken, it can be cabbage.
Yes.
But how you cook it and present it?
It's all about you.
You see?
Okay, now let's talk about the bad. Because I believe everything in life, there is good parts and bad sides.
Definitely. You need to balance it out.
Remember, I'm one of the people who is a legend when it comes to... So I need to know the bad parts.
That's why you got muscles. You work hard a lot.
I do. And I get to see them as well because I do.
And sometimes you don't even come. Sometimes you actually don't even get to come sometimes. Becoming, but you enjoy the process of even.
No, I just love touching myself, to be honest with you, and to the viewers that are watching. It makes me happy because I get a chance to touch my balls, to touch everything, and when I'm touching my balls, I can even feel if there's something wrong with my balls and all those things.
Precisely. You're the first person to see if anything is different.
but anyway,
about your the physicality of your genitals.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes,
You can
yes,
tell
yes.
if there's a little pimple. If you are having inflammation, maybe you're now more red than normal.
Yeah.
So you get to pick it up very quickly when you actually
doing the
touch
touching
yourself
of
and you look at yourself and whatnot. So in terms of the negative, okay, the positive, like I said, it's amazing when you do it. It's good. It releases stress,
Yes.
anxiety. It can help you if you have certain erectile issues at the same time. For instance, if you are a person who is struggling, unless if it's acute. If it's chronic, then you will need
help.
some different therapy, and you have to now look at other experts to help you with that. But if it's acute because of either aging, it can be lifestyle, it can whatever that is affecting you. Maybe then you struggling with early ejaculation for whatever reason. You can train that muscle by masturbating. By doing the method that I call the stop and start.
I know that. I think
yes.
one of my doctor, because remember when we grow up, there was a time when I was like, do I have a problem there? And there was no problem.
okay.
It's what you just said, because you need to learn. There's a skill. I think that's
Yes, the stop and start. Definitely.
But anyway, okay, the bed.
Amazing. So the bed is
Before you go to the bed, I feel like I catch you stop and start.
Yes. So with the stop and start, you can do it by yourself or you can do it with your partner. But you're gonna do it by yourself is early ejaculation is you're hard. Okay. And then the moment you penetrate your partner, you ejaculate very quickly.
Okay.
Sometimes you ejaculate before you even
you know
enter. What I mean? So you need to train that muscle to stop and start, and go. Okay. And how you can do that is, when you feel like I'm about to come, then you just hold on tight to the end base of your penis. Hold it very nice and tight. Because what it's doing is slowing down the blood. Remember, erection is blood flow.
It's blood flowing, yes.
So when you hold it tight, you slow down the blood. So you're not going to be ejaculating. Then the start comes. You
go
stimulate yourself.
I think it's also help in the bedroom.
It does. So your partner can also do that with you when they see that, you're about to come, so they clean it for you. They can either pull out and then they hold that muscle for you, or you can hold it for yourself.
With the hand.
Right? Because unless you've got a nice tight vaginal muscle. So if you do, you can cling very tightly on him. So that it slows down the blood, like I said. Don't move, don't do nothing. Yeah, because the moment you move, you stimulate in the penis.
But I think it's need a serious communication between you and your partner.
Definitely.
Because this is something that I don't think any man, I'm not going to say woman, any man is proud of. Me saying that, remember that I'm a daughter, sometimes I'm a man. I can't show my weakness to my partner. So what you're saying now is very important. I'm so glad that we went back to it, because I just learned a lot. So babukele bamakhaya nizwile ke ibile babukele bethu man. Nizwile uJasmine echaza ukuthi there is a stop and go.
Yeah, stop and go, stop and start. It's a method.
We understand.
Yes. So your partner will you communicate with your partner about that. And yes, like you said, it's something that is also attached to shame for some men, because when they're struggling with early ejaculation, for whatever reason, like I said,
and
because
there are
you're supposed to be
many
able to, there's a lot
to go,
to go all the way. But now
I think that's where the masculinity come, where you mina, I'm a man, mina, I'm strong. Forgetting I think that's where we find a lot of people finding themselves all
the other stuff,
and then it's end up affecting.
So I always say, if you're going to be having something that is assisting you, now we've got into erectile dysfunctions now.
No, that's the life.
It's okay.
It's everything here.
But if you're going to be using something as a supplement to help you, that's okay. But do not be dependent on it. Hence the stop and start. It's a method. It's therapeutic, but it's something that you have to practice and you train. It's like going to gym. Remember, a penis It's a muscle. Remember, a vagina is also a muscle itself. So you need to exercise it all the time. Hence, you do your Kegel exercises, whether you do them alone or you're using Benoit balls. Same as for men. So even masturbating, it actually helps with strengthening that muscle. You understand? So now, if a man is feeling ashamed of the fact that he has erection dysfunction, which is one of them. The example we've been talking about is ejaculation. It creates a lot of problems for you as a man. You become anxious. You have anxiety because you're always thinking, "Don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. Don't fail me." And the more you think about it, it really is going to soften up and die.
And it's mess the life there.
And you don't even look forward to it. Even your partner does not even look forward to it because they know, I'm going to be so excited and so aroused and so turned on, but I know that you're not going to get me to where I need to go. So having a conversation like that, it's actually very beneficial, because if we talk about it and we do this method, everybody is happy. I get my orgasm, you get your orgasm. Everybody's happy. Now it's going to be causing problems, you see. So now let's get to the negativity of
the
self-pleasure. So now,
let me tell you something, my darling. I am so looking forward to hear those words so that I know.
Oh no, it's not. It may not be so much of a problem for you.
Okay, thank you.
Because the thing is, remember the hand?
Yeah.
And for the heterosexually straight people, vagina is different.
Okay.
So the texture of the hand and the vagina, they're very different.
Okay.
So if you masturbate a lot, your penis gets so used to that texture. And because you know how tight and how light you want,
gives you
exactly. So with the vagina, you don't get the same stimulation. So if now your arousal, or for you to get ejaculating, becomes so dependent on the hand texture and the tightness, you may find that you struggle to actually come when you are having intercourse with your female partner.
Okay, how about the male one?
You see, so the male, remember, you know the nice thing about when you are a gay or a lesbian.
A lesbian, yes.
It's a different dynamic altogether, because when you're a lesbian, you literally get exposed to different textures and you open your mind out to different textures, because there's a lot of hands works, there's a lot of lips and tongue that has to kind of stimulate and play with you around that area. The same is with gays. I mean, there's a lot of hand, there's a lot of licking. And if you are for anal play, so you open yourself up to different textures. So the hand is not so much of a challenge for somebody who is gay, because your stimulation is going to be the hand for both of you. Stimulation is going to be the mouth for both of you. Stimulation will be a toy for both of you. So you open yourself up to that. The only problem now, most of the time, the majority of the problem will come when you are if you guys are straight. Like I said, the hand and the vagina, they're very different. So you may struggle to actually get there because you are so used to it.
Used to your hand.
Right? Which sometimes, if your partner dies out in the middle of the party, you can finish the work yourself. The benefits are you can finish the job.
If you're
sometimes, they kind of exit on you, and and you're not done. And I mean, for a woman, it's a build up. Unless you've been building up for the whole day. But if you're tired and you had a stressful day, your mind is not automatically into sex, because you're dealing with all these other things.
Yeah.
So you kind of build up. So even your partner is going to be there trying to have foreplay with you and build you up. If they don't do that, for you to get to the party,
help yourself.
So why not?
So we all help ourselves. If please try it, because it's so
I always
beautiful.
say try it.
Yeah, please try it.
From the beginning, if you're going to embark on saying, I'm just going to explore my body.
Yeah.
You don't even have to start touching your genitals.
But I think it's when I miss Jazmine, it also assists one when they have partners or they're with their partners, because it will be easy for me to tell Muti, I love it when you touch me here. I love it when I'm touched like this. I love it. I think it makes the bedroom life easy.
It does. And you know the kind of stimulation you want.
Yeah.
I mean, some men, they like being stimulated more on the head.
Yes.
Others, they want the whole thing. Others, they want you to hold the penis tight here, and then you do. Others, they like the gyrating more. But you will know that once you have also explored yourself to say, actually, I think I actually like the gyrating than the
I've got my spots where I know this is, honestly, this is where I think even when I meet that special person, that person needs to know, would say, this is, anyway, I'm vocal. I will tell you, this is how I want it. Because honestly, it's not about to see, we're just doing it to please you. I'm not pleasing anybody. We need to be pleased, both of us. That's why I need someone who is willing to communicate with me everywhere, because I know myself. I know how I love it. I know how I want to be touched. I know I want to be handled. So I think you did mention communication.
Communicate that to your partner.
Beautiful. So let's go now to...
So we're still on the weakness, on the negativity.
Oh,
right?
yes.
So texture can be a bit of a problem.
Yes.
You know, where now, even when you are with your partner, you just want to get them there.
Yeah.
But then you know, what will get me there is me masturbating. So that's when the negative part, where now you're no longer present. You're reliant on your own sexual pleasure, on self-pleasure, than now really getting there together with your partner.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Like, that was profound and educating, because I think that's why we find people, they saying, when you only think for yourself.
Yes.
Those are the words we normally hear. Okay, I used to hear those words as well. I only think about myself.
Okay. That's because you kind of left them behind. For instance, as a woman, if you've got a partner who's not paying attention to how they are serving you, because remember, it's a give and take. Unless you are giving, sometimes you get in a space of just giving than receiving. But if it's going to be mutual, like I'm going to be receiving and I'm going to be giving to you back. But now your partner is just all about, I just want to get there. They kind of leave you behind if you want connection. Because now they just want to get an orgasm. You want connection. So it will be. So
there's a difference between orgasm and connection.
You can get either or you can get both. But
if you get both, it's low Thomas.
If you get both, it's if that's what you are looking for, because not everybody's looking to connect.
I mean, I'm looking for that, of course.
Exactly. So if you're looking for that, you tell the person, I'm looking to connect. And when you're connecting, it's going to be nice and slow, and I want to pay attention to you, and you're going to pay attention to me too. We're going to be communicating. It's like a little dance.
You know, my darling. That's what I love. Can we dance?
So
can we do the tango, or ballroom? Like, let's just do that.
Exactly.
I think
I love it when you leave me here. You leave me and you come back.
And that was far. But anyway, yes.
So that's one of the negative part of it.
Of self-pleasure. We're still on self-pleasure.
Right? Yes. And I know people say, what if I get addicted to it? And I say, then you already had an addictive personality. There was something about you that you were supplementing with masturbating. You understand? So if you now find yourself where you can't stop doing it, now you're doing it at work, you're doing it in the car, you're doing it you see, it has become your go-to release. Then it can become a problem. Because sex is a good release. So masturbating can also be a good release. So every time, when you're happy, I wanna. When you're sad, I wanna. When you're angry, it's your go-to kind of drug. Because remember, when you orgasm and arousal, it releases dopamine. We are all dopamine addicts. I can tell you that. That is why you can sit on the phone and you wanna, because it's releasing a lot of dopamine. It's doping. Yes. You see, so even with masturbating or self-pleasure, you release a lot of dopamine at that time. So it makes you feel good. You become lightheaded and whatnot. So it's a go-to for them. So that can be a problem when now you don't even now yearn for your partner. because you got this thing that you go to all the time. So that can be the negative part of it. All right. And then another one is some people, they get stimulated by media, by pornographic media, which is, it can be a picture of either a penis or a vagina, or a video of people having sex, or somebody giving themselves so that's the only time they can, like, they need stimulation.
No, that's
so they
not
can't
nice.
do it without. So now imagine you are my partner, and then we just had very good intimate session, you and I, right? But it still does not give you the same peak
you know
as masturbating.
Miss Jazz, I had this other person I was trying some with after whatever, because I was once in a relationship, like that's when I can't take it away. Yes, it's not that maybe
you're not a virgin,
but now I am now.
you are right now.
So
you qualify
this
as
person
one.
said to me, but we don't watch pornography. Then there was a time we had to light a laptop
To watch
in the
it.
bedroom and watch pornography.
But why were you watching it?
I don't
What
know
was-
if he couldn't.
Okay.
Then he wanted something, as you just said, to.
Yeah.
And I felt bad that day. I don't want to lie to you, because I was like, am I not satisfying my partner? And is my partner not attracted to me? Is it, like, honestly, that
I'm
really
with you.
kills me.
I'm with you. Your self-esteem was just
It was
shattered.
doomed. Like, but I am here. I love beautiful things in the bedroom. So now this person is saying this. What is it that I'm doing? Is there anything that I'm doing that is wrong?
See. So that's why communication is very important. If you're going to be saying, let's watch something pornographic, why are we watching it? You needed to explain.
Yeah,
why
no,
are we
I was
watching
hurt.
it?
It's hurting
Is
me
it
even
an
now.
educational? Oh,
No, it is hurting
so
me. I'm sorry, but it is
sorry.
hurting me,
But-
because just to think about
Yeah.
it now, like,
it shattered you.
it that was not nice.
Yeah.
But
And you're
it's
not the
okay.
only one. Some
No,
people have
that
gone
was
through
not
that.
nice. And
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, others, they find out by default
Yeah.
that the partner is actually watching or feeding themselves of pornographic images. And so what I wanted to say that it wasn't even about you. It was not about you are not attractive enough, you're not sexual enough, you're not adventurous enough. Remember, we had a segment also where we touched on fetishes.
Fetishes, yes.
So some people also get so fixated on masturbating. Others, they can get so fixated on certain pornographic images. So it's not even about you. You can literally do everything in the book. You can even do what they do in there, but it will still not quench the thing that they're yearning for, because the desire is way deeper. It's much more psychological than anything. So there may also be a part of that. Some people are so used to external stimulation. External stimulation can also be pornographic images. You know, you need to watch this in order for you to get revved up.
But can
to do that.
those people get help?
They
Or
can
they
get
need
help.
to help themselves? Because remember, some diseases, you need to help yourself. It's like drugs.
It is a drug, yeah.
They need to help themselves before when you can come with whatever, but at the end, it needs to start with me. Can they be able to help themselves?
It depends on the extent of the problem.
Okay.
If it's problematic. Remember I said, if now you're finding yourself even watching porn at work, you're watching porn when you're driving, you're watching porn when you're masturbating at work, then now it means this thing is running you. You cannot even distinguish there's a place and time for things like that. Now you are even doing it at a wrong place. You can even get fired because now you're doing that at work. You can now be sitting there with your family at the beach. Now you get yourself into the tent and you're hiding. Now this thing is running. It's a problem there because you cannot now distinguish the place and time that is right to do it. Yes, they can get help, but if now they recognize that it's actually a problem for them. If they don't see it as a problem, that's a total different story. There's a total different story. So when it comes to masturbating, I always endorse masturbation, and I say, master the art of not needing external factors to stimulate you to get there.
Oh, yes.
Be so present in your body, touching everything on your body to get yourself there. But if I have to think of a chef, if I have to think of an ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, somebody from varsity, then it's a total different story. That is why now some cultures or some religion will opt against masturbating, because now you're bringing somebody else into your bedroom. I'm with you, but I'm thinking of somebody else.
Wow.
I'm masturbating, but I'm thinking of somebody else. I need to think of chef to get myself there.
So that's why some people are against masturbation.
That's why some people are against it, but they don't tell you why. Some people don't even know why. I mean, when I grew up, you were told no sex before marriage, but why? I mean, if you're going to tell me no sex before marriage, and you just say because the Bible says so, but you need to unpack it so that it makes sense.
I understand.
So when you say rather do not masturbate, if I'm going to masturbate because I'm not sexually satisfied with my partner, it's a problem. If I'm relying on that, because now we need to have a conversation.
Listen to me, but it's happening.
Which is true, chef.
Oh, thank you. When the sex pact is telling me it's true, I'm so happy, because sometimes you'll be like, I'm judging, or we're judging.
It happens a lot. It's even sad for those who don't even opt for it. That is not even an option for them, so they're sexually starved. Because you're yearning for this release, but you can't even do it because.
But can I ask you something, Miss Jazz? Is it possible to do this and not think about
to masturbate?
Something.
Self-pleasure. Say it. Use your words.
Okay, when ngisha indlwabo ngesizulu ngingacabangi. I gave those people meaning, but oh Lord, yes.
And that's okay. But you must not be dependent on it.
Or you must not be dependent on it. Okay.
You see?
Okay.
So in order for you to enjoy the process, maybe you can think of somebody, but to finally ejaculate, don't be reliant on having a stimulation of a person. Meaning sometimes you just want to be like, I just want to explore myself today. I'm not going to think about anybody else, but everything that I'm feeling. Oh, this feels this way. Oh, this is pleasurable. This is not as intense. Oh, my testicles are nice like this. Oh, I think I want to use this particular toy. Let's see how this is going to go. So now you're not thinking about anybody else. You think about yourself, like body.
Okay, Miss Jazz, let's go to this, the aging of penis and aging of vagina. I think the self-pleasure, we can't give everything else. We still have a long journey to go. So now let's go to the aging of penis, aging of vagina, aging of ass. Can we talk about that?
That one is very simple.
Which one? Which one is simple?
The aging.
Oh, for three of them.
Yeah, because...
No, but remember, three of them, they work.
Actually, they do work.
They work. No.
Thank
three
you.
of them, vagina work, penis work,
the
ass
anus
work.
It works. It works.
So
it works.
I want to know how they age and how do you see it was not me now in Hambi so mdala.
You see with the great pubic hairs. Then you know, like, yo. Who I have arrived.
That was not me saying that. That was her.
Hey, that one. It's so interesting.
I'm just drinking my wine.
I always tease anybody who's above 30. Be like, how old are you? I'm like 38. How are the pubic hairs? Oh, God has a sense of humor. And I'm like, yeah. You're going to be at start. Yeah.
No, I already got two somewhere. Can you see them? Somewhere. I know one thing.
But it's a rude awakening when you see
no, but there is none.
Oh, rubbish. Oh, rubbish. After this, we are going to search. Like, tell maybe you don't see where it is somewhere there, but the testicles in there.
No, negative. You are not about.
No, today.
Me, I don't know, Babagula Makaya. We always Anyway.
If you're about 35, Nyakchela, it's somewhere there. You just have not seen it. I am challenging you. This, after you've watched this, go get a mirror and open wide. What were we talking about? Aging.
The aging of our penis, vagina, and ass. Okay, the ass, I'm adding it. I don't think it's there.
In terms of what? Aging?
Yeah. You are in the sex packs, you know very well.
Remember, the ass it's a muscle that takes out poop.
But yeah.
So it's not, so if you are always penetrated,
yeah,
eventually it does lose elasticity.
Okay. Let's proceed to the vagina.
Hence, you have to use the right stuff. You have to use the right lubricant. You have to, so that you are maintaining the health of back there. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think we need a doctor on set just to sit there. No!
To sit where?
Just to sit there when one of us is not okay, can be able to get some medication and injection. Because right now you're asking me, are you okay? And then I'm scratching my hair as we proceed. So let's go on that one, the aging of penis and vagina.
The grace. You start with the grace. It's already the first physical thing that you will see with that. Okay, bottom line is, penises and vaginas are like any other body organ.
Okay.
They are a body part, so they do age.
They do age. I didn't know that.
They age.
I didn't know that. I really know that.
Like,
but anyway, carry on. So when they are they are old, can they perform?
Not as much as when we are 20. Shini is not running the way it used to run like
Shini
before.
Wabu, Shini Wabu. Yes.
Even a car needs maintenance, but it ages.
Okay.
Anything it runs, it's got top speed when it's still new and it's fresh, and it declines, it deteriorates with aging. So body parts also do deteriorate. Remember I said erection is blood flow.
Yes.
Right? So as you age, you become also sensitive to certain ailments.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you don't look after your body. That is why the older you get, really do look after your body. Because if you don't look after your body, nutritionally wise, exercising wise, drink a lot of water, cut down on alcohol, cut down on smoking, and have regular good sex, that also helps.
Or regular good sex.
Regular good sex, not
good sex.
Good quality, top notch, grade A.
Do you have a grade A? Do you have a grade A?
I like grade A.
Show me, I get you.
But only if stick around me.
Anyway, proceed.
So if you don't look after yourself, remember the whole body is carrying all these body parts.
Yes.
So now you're going to be having sugar diabetes. You're going to be having high blood pressures. You're going to be, that affects your erection.
Oh.
As a man.
That's why we go to men's clinic.
That's why they end up, and it's that age. 45, 50, they start to now consult. It's because of the, pull yourself together.
Okay, our president is going to hear that. Gosh, how old I am now. Anyway.
You are young enough.
No, but...
You are young.
Darling.
So you get presented with all these ailments, and those ailments now, they affect your organs.
Yeah.
And your penis is part of your organ.
So now it's affected.
Affected. It's still intact.
Still fine. No.
So it does affect it, and it's because of the lifestyle and whatnot. So we don't only focus on the penis alone. So I always say everything is stemmed from what you put in your mouth.
Okay.
So if you're going to be having high blood pressures, if you're going to be having sugar diabetes, now you have to take chronic medication, it really affects your erection because now blood flow is not as strong anymore.
On that note, we need to say we are leaving it here. Next time.
We're having so much fun.
I want us to go to what we're putting in our mouth, how does it affect our bodies, our people there, etc. So you all know that, Koti. On this show, we can't give everything.
No.
Myself, Chef Phathanani Mbatha, I need to say goodbye.
From me, Miss Jess, your intimacy and a sex coach. It was nice having you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. It's a wrap.